Alright, here's a real classic, the Girl from Ipanema. And some very jazzy chords here, and some jazzy chords with very big stretches, but there's a couple ways you can kind of get around those and play alternate versions if the chords themselves are too big. Right, and it has a nice little groove to it. That's a big thing, is you want to keep the rhythm going, have this nice bouncy bossa nova kind of rhythm going, kind of groove. And to start out, it goes between two chords, in F, and then this G flat chord. It's a pretty interesting chord here. Definitely not your garden variety Western chord, for sure. So you can look at it in a couple different ways. It's basically a G flat 7 flat 5 is basically what it is. You're just playing a few notes suggested. So going between these two chords, I usually use my thumb over the neck on the F, but you don't have to do that. You can do either index finger. You can also just play a bar chord. But I'm just playing the bass note and the G string and B string. If you're going to do that bar chord, it's pretty easy to go to the G flat, like that. Just do that kind of rhythm. Or if you're going to play it like this, you can go like this. Without the bar, or the way I do it. Okay, that's the introduction. You can play that as long as you want. I just did it for a couple bars. I'm going into the melody now, so again, I used my thumb. You can, if you want to play a bar, you can. And here the important thing is you have to go to that open E string. Okay? When I'm using my thumb, I do it like this. Pretty simple melody. You can do a bar chord like this. You can also, like this, same with the beginning. Use our index finger on the low E string. And you can skip. I'm going back and forth between the root and the fifth. If you want to stay in the root, you could. So nothing wrong with that. But I kind of like, and this is the way I played it, with playing the fifth. And the second chord is a regular G, like that. Going between the G note on the low E string and the D. And you really want to try to replicate the vocal line, because people do know the words to this song. You really want to get that rhythm right. Okay, then you go to this G minor 7. Fairly big stretch here. You can also do it like this instead of. You can do. Okay. Then the next chord is the same as the introduction chord, that G flat. And here I'm hitting that C. So again, from that. E string, or you can do it like this. Like that. A number of different ways, and again, these are big chords down the neck. You can also try capoing up to have the chords, have the frets be a little closer together. You'll get a brighter sound, a little easier to play, and it just ends on the F. Again, riding like the beginning. Okay, and then there's the bridge part, and this starts with maybe the most difficult stretch. You have this G flat major 7, and the melody goes, and it's fairly hard to do that. There's a lot of different ways you can approach it. What I did was this. Okay, so again, using my thumb here. Then the fifth on the A string, then the octave on the D string, and slid this over before going going into the B7 chord. There's not a real easy way to do this here, I have to admit. The other way you can do it is with a bar chord, very big stretch also. You can do that. You can also just use your middle finger on the bottom and not bother with jumping to the 5th in the octave. The other thing you can do, and this is always an option, is to just play the chord, then play a bit of the melody, and then add the chord. So like this. Or use your thumb or bar chord. Like that. Just play the melody very strongly, and it'll just be an artistic choice to just not play the chords the entire time, just jump to the melody like that. In any case, you end up on the B7. Again, going between the root and the 5th there. Okay, then next is an F sharp minor 7, F sharp minor. It's actually a minor 9th, or a minor add 9, correctly. That ends easily on a D7. And you also want to distinguish between the melody and these little fills, this little rhythmic fill, so make sure the melody is the strongest. For those little rhythmic stabs. Okay, now G minor, also a minor add 9. And E flat. This can be a funny stretch to go from that E flat like that. You can also do with a bar chord. I myself did this. Okay, then the melody to end it over this open A, which makes it easy. You're doing this pretty dissonant chord. A number of different ways to look at it. I usually think of it as a flat augmented over A. Again, a lot of different ways to look at it, but in the context it sounds great. Then G minor, ending on this C7, like that. Actually it's a C sharp 7 flat 5. Dissonant on its own, but in the context sounds great. Then I return to the very beginning and repeat it again. I do that 2 times. Second time then, I just go back to the beginning, those beginning chords, that intro. Now though, adding this little melody with the open E string. Again, you can just do bar chords if you want. Just a little bit harder to include the open E string. Then I added it on this F major 9, which is a lovely chord on its own, a good one to know, the open E string. I hope this is useful to you. Thanks very much for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments.